Hello, Profit First Entrepreneur. This is your favorite Profit First CPA, fractional CFO, and tax strategist for the 7 and 8 figure entrepreneur. And I am so happy to be back and continue with part 2 of our series, which is Stop the Stupid Tax, right? Stop the Stupid Tax, where we're going to be talking about literally the things that hold entrepreneurs back, the things that I am seeing from looking at entrepreneurs' taxes, from looking at their books, from looking at their interactions, the things that I'm seeing them sabotage their success. And so I'm going to be diving into these secrets over the next 12 weeks, sharing little tidbits with you. So if you missed part 1, go ahead and catch that from last week. I think we've got 10 more after today that we're going to be talking about. But today what I want to do is I want to talk about one of the biggest things that I see that really stops entrepreneurs and companies from really becoming really what they can be, what really thriving and becoming what they can be. And it's something that it's sad because a lot of times it goes under the radar. No one sees it. No one really detects what's happened. It doesn't really get escalated because, people don't talk about when they have these experiences. But I want to talk about today, and I want to bring that to the forefront, especially if you're looking to grow, if you're looking to scale, if you're looking to grow beyond what you've grown before. So very excited about this conversation. And what this thing is, and I'm going to use a word that's probably going to be offensive to people, but hear me out, listen to me. That is letting stupid people make decisions for you. Yes, letting stupid people make decisions for you that you don't agree with, that aren't in line with your values. And first of all, there are no stupid people, right? There are no stupid people out there. The reason why I use that is because that's how it feels when it happens, okay? That's how it feels when it happens to your customer. And I'm going to give you an example of this. So last weekend, I was in Chicago. So hey, Chi-Town, those of you guys from Chi-Town. I was in Chicago celebrating one of my best friends' birthday. What do you do with best friends? You treat them on their birthday, right? And so we treated my best friend to a spa, a very high-end spa, downtown Chicago. I will hold back from releasing the name, but it's a very, very well-known spa. We're talking like robe service, wine, very, very nice spa. And in this hotel, which hosts a spa right on their top level, one of the things that they have is the option to do valet parking, right? And the reason why is they're just trying to be convenient for their guests. They want them to have the ultimate luxurious experience, right? You're going to the spa to relax, to forget about life, to get your massage or your manicure, pedicure, whatever you're doing for this massage. They want you to really feel great about it, right? To have an amazing, amazing experience. And so they said, you can use our valet parking. And we're going to go ahead and discount that valet parking for you. And in fact, we're only going to charge you like $25 for like up to 4 hours. And so we had this amazing spa experience, amazing conversation, amazing glasses of wine, amazing time hanging out in the whirlpool. And we got our massages. We settled the bill, as best friends do. And we told one friend, you go ahead and take the receipt since they were printing out a receipt. We only need one copy. So you go ahead and take the receipt. And so she left. My best friend and I, we then went downstairs into the parking garage to settle our bill. And as we got to the parking garage, the parking attendant said, hey, I need to give you the discounted parking, but I need to have your receipt. And I looked at my best friend like, we just gave it to our other best friend who went the other direction. And nobody told us we needed to have a receipt. And he goes, well, I can't give you parking, if you don't have this receipt. And I'm like, well, it's 6 o'clock. The spa just closed. We were the last one here. Can you just go ahead and call the spa, call one of the hotel managers? I'm sure they have the invoice someplace that we were here, right? In fact, I even have a copy of the receipt on my watch is what I showed him there. And, he goes, okay, well, he calls the upstairs and he's not able to reach the spa because they apparently stop answering their phones once the time closes. I asked him to then call a manager. He calls a manager, but no one picks up the phone. I promise I have the receipt right here on my watch where it binged me, do you accept this charge? Because, right now our Wi-Fi is not working down here in this basement. And for 10 minutes, he sat there and said, no, I can't do this. I can't do this, can't do this, can't do this. And so what happened to his wonderful customer, right, for this hotel was she had an amazing experience at the spa, right? Her best friend had an amazing experience at the spa, but suddenly that amazing experience tanked down to nothing. It turned down to a nightmare, right? All the stress came back because this parking lot attendant won't use his brain and just discount the parking based on the receipt that's on the iWatch, right? In fact, he could even taken a picture of it. So finally, after discussing it further, I finally said, just take a picture of the watch. I've already given him a zillion ideas of what to do. And so he finally takes a picture of the watch and we get our car and we go away. And what I want to talk about here is this is what happens when your customers have an expectation of this amazing experience they're going to have. You as the owner want your customers to have an amazing experience. But then what happens is something goes not quite according to policy and procedure. This person doesn't have a paper receipt. Her other best friend just walked out with it. And this employee doesn't know what to do because they just want to check the box. And what's happening is they are not aligning the outcome that really what you wanted for your customer with the results is what's happening here, right? And so now I'll tell you this. When I go back to Chicago, I am not going to that spa ever again, okay? Never again because of that. And so what happens is, the best customer is going to be a repeat customer. But if your best customer doesn't have a great experience, they're not going to come back. Okay. They're not going to come back, especially when you have a customer that's willing to even rack up those charges, right? To treat her best friend. You want them to come back, right? You want them to come back. And so today I want to talk about why does that happen? First of all, it happens because I'll be honest, it's poor communication. It's poor communication on the part of the entity, the manager, whoever trained that person of communicating, what is the outcome that we're trying to have? What is the customer experience that we want them to have? It's also a matter of not having good upfront training, right? Meaning that, things will go wrong. Here's a list of things that could go wrong, right? And this is how you address those. And so today I just want to talk about what are some things that you can do to prepare your employees so they don't appear stupid, so they don't give your customers a bad experience, right? So that your customer comes back, right? And you have a repeat transaction, a repeat customer, right? And maybe even a customer for life. What do you do for that to happen? So first of all, it's about teaching, right? It's about teaching your employee what is the ultimate outcome that we want our customers to experience. In the case of this hotel said, we want our spa clients to feel refreshed. We want our restaurant clients to have a great meal and have a great time with friends. And if they don't have a great time, it isn't because of us, it's because of who they had dinner with, right? That's what the ultimate outcome is. We want to do everything right so that our client at the end of the day is happy, right? And at the end of the day, whatever actions have to take place have to be in line with making that person happy. So if that person lost their receipt, that's okay. That's okay. Our first step is, do you have proof of payment? If you got proof of payment, whether it's on an iWatch or on a phone, I'm taking that, right? And I'm giving you your parking for $25. If you don't have that, then we can call the spa manager, right? Your customer should not be telling you to do that. Finding out, hey, who is this person really there? If I can't reach that person, it's contact the manager. It's really about giving them step by step. What do you have? What do you do when things happen outside of your norm? Equipping your employee to have that knowledge. And at the end of the day, whatever needs to happen, it's not worth fighting over a $25 parking spot, right? Let them have the $25 parking spot. If this person comes back and does the same thing, we'll have a different discussion. Maybe I need to take their name and address. Maybe I need to photocopy their ID. So in case it happens again, we've got a written trail. But whatever it is, let's not stop the experience from happening, right? Let that customer have the end goal, and does the end justify the means? The next thing is teach your values. At the end of the day, for most companies, it's people first, right? It's people first. And saying, hey, this is what it means for us to have people first. It means putting the customer's needs first, right? And really enriching that employee with values. And every decision you make, everything that you're doing, it needs to align with making that person feel appreciated, right? And the last thing is teaching them to think about alternative routes, right? What are some alternative routes to dealing with this, right? What are some things that you can put in your toolbox, like I talked about earlier, calling the spa, looking at alternative payment methods, calling the manager. Let's not fight about the little things. Let's not fight about the little things, because at the end of the day, it's more important to have a repeat customer, right? It's more important to have a repeat customer. It's more important to have a happy customer than arguing about $25 parking. And it's about equipping your employees and your team members with the ability to make those decisions when nobody's around so they best represent you. So I hope that today was really helpful for you for this Monday Stop the Stupid Tax, right? Part 2 in our series. Check me out next week. Same place, same channel that you found me. Go ahead and make sure you watch next week. We are having a Profit First Masterclass. If you want to learn the ins and outs of Profit First, please go ahead and click that link right above and roll into our class. It is a free class where we will be teaching you all about Profit First. So I look forward to seeing you next week. And in the meantime, may the profits be with you, and let's stop the stupid tax, right? Anyway, signing off. Talk to you later. Bye.